Alright. As always, let's just make for sure this works. Yep. Alright, good. Good. Alright, so, what's up, guys? It's Nerf Gun Charlie, and this is just to show you guys a little bit live as I'm testing a few things. Orb of Time. And of course, we've got to patch up to 1.3 down here in the bottom. I already have a game started. So, this is the fun part. So, we've already updated the AI a little bit. AI is good for Federation, but we're changing up some things. And let me do this. Effects are at minimal. We'll do that. So there's nothing I can do there. I might tone down my weapons through Audacity. Tone down some of the weapon fire sounds. But recording this because I figured I'd show you guys a few of the updates. For starters, while you notice some new starships in here, background looks different. That is because this background is a part of a mod that I'm going to highlight next. After Orb of Time Remaster is done and the standard Orb of Time and its patch are out so you can enjoy both the original and the remaster. There's another mod out there that never got, I don't think it got fully released, finished, that kind of deal. And it was called Fleet Command, made by the founder of ArmadaFleetCommand.com, AFC. And he basically had to coin the phrase Armada 1 as it should have been. And it's basically Armada 1 more in depth. He's expanded some things and whatnot, but the big thing was the space textures. So you've got good new backgrounds here. You'll notice the asteroid fields have been changed up. But what gets fun is your new nebulas. These are your Metreon nebulas here. That's metaphasic. Come over here to Mutara. And then this is your Cerulean. But then what I like the most about this mod, this is one of your infinite minds. It has a rotation, and you notice it has a glow to it. That's not the best part, though, to me, anyway. Best part is the planets. And I'm hoping this translates fairly well on stream. But yes, this planet, and this is glitching because of just its A1. But you'll notice the planet, it has its own texture, it's rotating. It has cloud cover that is rotating at a separate speed to emulate moving cloud cover across a planet with its own glow. And basically, as you look right here, you can see with the cloud cover, it makes it look like it's an atmospheric bubble. It's one of the nice touches that I like about AFC's Fleet Command, and that's going to be the next mod that we work on, is he's done that for all the planets that are in his mod. So every planet that's in the base game looks like this. And the fun thing is if you wanted to really get, have some fun with the mod, you can make one of these your starting base. I've done that at one of mine, where your starting base is your planet and you just get to look at this the whole time. But it's, it's these unique updates and the new space backgrounds and everything that I really enjoy for his mod. No one's going to be able to get through. Yeah, I have a turret defense here, but I sped up the turrets to fire 10 shots every second. So let me just do this number. There we go. New turrets are in place. These are different models. I'm going to shrink down the torpedo turrets a little bit. You'll also notice the AI has been updated. This is the UI from Cabal. I have his shield mod in. I'm using his UI here. However, these order buttons are actually from my mod that I worked on a long time ago, Legacy of the Federation. So these are the new UI buttons for the Federation, just so you've got an idea of what they look like here, including a transporter button. I haven't updated everything because, we're getting there, but, we've got build buttons for that, and I've already updated some of the build buttons for my units, trying to have a more LCARS feel to the mod. So you've got that, but then I've decided to update models. Get a better looking Miranda in here, which I'm probably going to shrink down a little bit. Constitution class, they called this the Cheetah class. Cheetah Constellation, it's the same thing in my book, but we've got a new constellation. The Salazar, I could not find a new model for. Looked like a lot of mods that came out between 2000 and 2002 used that model, and it just basically looked like a modified Constitution class, everything smushed together. Had a torpedo pod above, torpedo pod below. Instead, I pulled in the Phobos class. Don't worry about the wireframes, just going to have different wireframes when I'm done. But, the Phobos class, to me, works in this torpedo cruiser slot that they had the Salazar in. It also feels like a natural evolution to the Franklin class and the Lochnar, kind of that chain where you start off with the Freedom, aka the Franklin, and then you get all the way up to, original series. You got the Lochnar and then the Phobos. So it feels nice. And then I brought in a new Excelsior class. But we didn't just change the models, because I told you guys we're cleaning all of this up. So I wanted to show you guys something else we've done. So that is the best attempt that we can have in our Model 1 at the assault phasers that you see in Star Trek 2, or I call them machine gun phasers. It's the best way that we can honestly do them in here. Like I said, we're limited by our Model 1. It is what it is. There's a better way to make them work in fleet ops. My buddy Captain Ben Cisco on Discord, he's done that because he's a master of TMP vessels right now, and he's got a TMP era mod that he's been working on in fleet ops. So his looks a lot better, but I figure for A1, this isn't bad. So we're kind of starting off with this, and as we're doing this, we're also rebuilding balance. I have a Excel spreadsheet that I'm working on where, as I do the playable ships, I'm also having, and not all of these ships are updated, as you can tell, I'm updating the AI vessels. The AI has a slightly different difficulty than the standard. The standard difficulty was the AI could build 10 times faster than you for 10x less cost. So if I was building an Excelsior class for 900 dilithium, it would cost 90. And if it cost, let's say, 20 seconds for me to build it, it would cost the AI 2. We're going to probably do it just half, where it costs half as long with half the build cost. It's still going to be difficult, but not as difficult. But we're doing that. We are rebalancing the weapons and the shields and everything, just so that I want it to more organically feel with the story they have of, the Pa Wraith messing with the Orb of Time and fracturing time. You got these multiple eras. I want to have a different balance so it feels like you're dealing with that. Because right now, there's just a lot of... We copied 3 of the battleship photons that are stock and 3 of the battleship phasers that are stock, and we put them on a starship, and that starship's got like 2 hard points. Nothing against Jester and that old team. It's just, they're putting out a mod. They might not have had all the tools available to them at that time. They were just working with what they had. I applaud them for that, like I said in my first video for this, when we started covering it. I just want to give it a better feel, you know, get better into that era look. So Jester, if you're watching this, I'm hoping that you enjoy the process that I'm going through, and I don't know if these guys are around. It's been 25 years. I know some people that used to mod Armada went on, and they're in the gaming business. At least one or two of them went on, I believe, to help create Star Trek Legacy for PC and Xbox. So it's just going to be my take on it, while still trying to play into what they were doing. But I have a good feeling about it. That's why the Constellation class, it still has a chain reaction pulsar. It's what they had on their ship. It's what mine's going to have. Same with this, an engineering team. This still has an isokinetic cannon, which I've renamed an isokinetic torpedo, even though it's a TMP vessel. So, you know, it's kind of that. Right now, my next ones are the Aquila. Is it like a TLE era vessel? Yeah, it's got to get replaced. And then this is the Ambassador class, which ends out your first playable shipyard. If we go over here to the main shipyard, I got the Aquila and I got the Ambassador here. So those models have got to get updated. I have a replacement for this one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the Aquila. I kind of want to see if I can find... There is one or two out there that are basically nebula variants of the Ambassador, to kind of keep with the feel of the Aquila. Do that, and then that'll end Shipyard 1. I just gotta find it. Because one of the other things that I'm kind of battling with is some of these models that I've got, a lot of these models are low polygon. This isn't that many polygons, this one isn't either. You know, but these are a little high. Now, I fixed that with the art config file, so that when they blow up, they don't lag out the game. They just disappear pretty quickly. But, you know, I've got to have low polygon models based on what is being built and how many are going to get destroyed. So, that's the other challenge here. Just across the entire board. Is just doing that. Here, you do your thing, Excelsior. The other thing that I'm looking at, and I have a file for this, the phaser flare. We're gonna decrease the phaser flare size. It is just way too large. So I've got a way to decrease that. It's just a visual thing that bugs me. So we'll fix that. And if people really want to see it, I do have the option. I can create custom energy weapon flare in Armada 1. It's something I experimented with in a previous mod. So if it's firing a red beam, instead of it having an orange flare, it can have a red flare. If it's firing a purplish blue beam, like a phase polaron weapon, it can have a bluish purple glow on the flare. So I can do that if I really wanted to get technical on the visuals. It just depends on how I want to take this. The big thing, though, the big visual irritation that I'm going to fix, that I like to fix in all my mods, I do not like the team colors on here. I've just never really been a fan of that ever since I started playing this game. Way back when, I'm not fond of team colors. I just want it to, you know, if I'm the Dominion playing against the Federation, it should look like a Federation starbase, not like it's red versus blue kind of deal. So I've got new models I can put in here that will take care of that. That's just a visual change I want to take care of. But this is kind of where we're at now. We've got stations to update. We've got some more buttons. You know, we're getting there slowly. But I figure I'd do a live update for you guys and just show you guys a live game. And if you guys like what you've seen. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. If you know of any old A1 stuff you got hidden away that might be able to help, let me know. I know there's quite a few in the A1 community that have started watching the channel ever since Future Tense started really getting updates and then it got released. So if you guys have got any aid you can render, I'm all for it. Because like I said, I want to finish this. This is going to take some time. And then we're going to complete the mod that gave us all these new toys for the background, Fleet Command. That will be number 3. Number 4 will probably be like Millennium Project or Armada Alliances, though Armada Alliances probably doesn't have much, if anything, to really fix. It was a later mod. So it might be Millennium Project that I do as number 4. But, you know, I like how this looks. But that's all I've got for my live stream. This was just something quick and easy, and quite honestly, I don't have to press record and upload and do all that kind of stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed this little update. Hoping you're liking what you're seeing, and just know that there's more to